What's up everybody, my name's Anthony. I'm here to give you some information on the upcoming Universal movie slate. Now, Universal is one of my favorite movie studios. I just like the properties that they use, even though they don't use their properties as much as I want them to. And I think it's also because I have a yearly tradition. Me and my wife go to Universal Studios Hollywood and we just check out the attractions. We go to Halloween Horror Nights every year. So without further ado, this is the entire slate of Universal Pictures movies for the year 2023. On January 6th, Megan hits theaters. This is directed by Gerard Johnston. Gemma, a brilliant robotist at a toy company, uses artificial intelligence to develop Megan, a lifelike doll programmed to be child's greatest companion and parents' greatest ally. After unexpectedly gaining custody of her recently orphaned niece, Caddy, Gemma enlists the help of the Megan prototype, a decision that has horrific consequences when she becomes self-aware and overprotective of Caddy, leading her to kill everyone in her way. It's also written by James Wan, which I think is a big factor because if you are like me and you like Malignant, I think this one's going to be leading towards that. Then we jump into February as we see M. Night Shyamalan's latest film, Knock at the Cabin. While vacationing at a remote cabin, a family of 3 are taken hostage by 4 strangers who demand that they make the ultimate sacrifice to avert the apocalypse. Now, after watching the trailer for this one, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I know M. Night Shyamalan has gotten a bad rep recently, but I grew up with M. Night, so I kind of know the potential that he can have. Even movies that people don't generally like, I kind of like Lady in the Water and The Village, and even some of his under the radar films like The Visit. That one's a pretty good one. You should check that one out. But I like M. Night, even the stuff that are pretty bad. Like I watch Old. That was bad. That was a bad movie, but even with that one, you can tell it's very M. Night, and that's what I want to see. So I'm really interested to see how this one goes. Staying in February, we have Cocaine Bear. This is the 5th film by actress turned director Elizabeth Banks. After ingesting a duffel bag full of cocaine, an American black bear goes on the murderous rampage in a small Georgia town where a group of locals and tourists must join forces in order to survive the attack. Yeah, that's all you need to know. Just watch the trailer and you decide whether or not this is going to be a movie that you want to spend your hard-earned cash on. I know it is for me. Then in April, we have the most and highly anticipated Super Mario movie. I'm really glad they went animated here. Not much is known about the premise, but you can pretty much tell from the 2 trailers that we got of this movie where it's going to be headed. Bowser's taking the star and, somebody has to stop him. So Mario comes in with his friends and they got to stop Bowser. That's pretty much what you know if you played any Mario game. That's literally the premise of everyone. But I'm pretty excited for this one. This looks really good in my opinion. I know there's a lot of controversy with the voice acting, particularly when it comes to Mario with Chris Pratt's voice and Anya Taylor-Joy with Peach. I think more offense with Anya Taylor-Joy's version of Peach because it doesn't even sound like, an attempt to try a different voice. But hey, sticking in April, we get Renfield. This is directed by Chris McKay. Count Dracula's lackey Renfield finds a new lease on life in modern-day New Orleans when he falls in love with Rebecca Quincy, a feisty but perennially aggressive traffic cop. Now, I think there's only one thing that you need to know about this film. Okay, I said this in my most anticipated films of 2023 when I was talking about this film. It's Nicolas Cage's Count Dracula. Horror comedy. Just put those 2 together and you're sold. In May, we get the 10th installment, yes, I said 10, of the Fast franchise with Fast X. Following the events of Fast 9, Cypher and Dante unite their fight against Dominic and his crew. But I also got to make an admission, I haven't really watched the Fast franchise this entire time. I know we're in the 10th installment and I'm pretty behind. I've seen a little bit of the first Fast and Furious and a little bit of Tokyo Drift, but yeah, I haven't seen anything all the way through. I think this next year, I'm gonna have to catch up. Then in June, we get the live action mixed with animated movie Strays, which follows an abandoned dog named Reggie who teams up with other strays to get revenge on their former owners. And the cast is pretty amazing for this one. You have Will Ferrell, Isla Fisher, Ronald Park, Will Forte, and Jamie Foxx. So the voice acting is gonna be pretty much on point. animated movie about dogs getting revenge on their owners. I think it could be cute. It's gonna be pretty fun. Then in July, we get the Christopher Nolan film Oppenheimer. I think I'm saying that right. The film follows the life of theoretical physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer, the director of Los Alamos Laboratory during the Manhattan Project, and his contributions that led to the creation of the atom bomb. Now, I know it's Christopher Nolan. A lot of people are already putting this as their #1 film of 2023, but for me, I watched the trailer and I'm like, am I missing something here? But it looks really interesting. It looks bombastic. It's Christopher Nolan, like I said. So I'm definitely going to be checking this one out. Then in August, we get The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Strange events befall the crew of the merchant ship known as the Demeter as they are stalked by a dark presence. Now, this is directed by Andre Overdahl, who in my opinion is pretty underrated as a director. I mean, he's directed Troll Hunter, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, just to name a few. Those are all great films in my opinion, great horror films. So when you tell me that there's an upcoming supernatural horror film with Andre at the helm, I'm interested. Then in October, we have an untitled Exorcist film, which is going to be directed by David Gordon Green. Yes, the same director that has directed the recent trilogy of the Halloween films. You saw Halloween Ends. But apparently this is going to be a direct sequel from the first film that was released in the 70s, and it's going to pretty much say all the rest of the films that came after the initial Exorcist film are not real. Just like what they did with the Halloween franchise. So I'm not going to make that much judgments on this film because we don't even have a title for this film. It's just an untitled Exorcist film and we don't know that much about it, but they're making it. Then in November, we have a third Trolls film. Yes, there's 3 of these things. I watched the last Troll movie in 2020 and oh boy. But hey, this is Justin Timberlake's wish because he apparently wants 7 Troll movies because it's the gift that keeps on giving. I don't know what world you live in, Justin, but it's not mine. Then rounding out the schedule, we have Migration, another Illumination film. A family of ducks try to convince their overprotective father to go on the vacation of a lifetime. Now this is Illumination. I already sung its praise with the Super Mario film, and I just want to talk about them for a little bit because they're kind of underrated. Even though they make all the Minions and Despicable Me movies and now with Sing, I don't want to talk about that, and Secret Life of Pets, I think they're coming up to their own as like a really powerful animation studio. And I like that they're going out with like the Super Mario stuff, and now with this Migration, looks like a new original thing for them. I'm really excited. Like I said, I like their animation. Their animation to me is really, really good. Their storytelling is pretty good as well. But that is it. That is the entire slate for Universal for 2023. I'm sure some movies are going to be popping up here and there throughout the year as we get going. But as of right now, that is the entire list that they have announced. So let me know in the comments down below what you're excited to see from Universal Pictures in the comments down below. And if you like these kind of videos, let me know. I probably will do another one talking about a different studio, maybe Disney, maybe Warner Brothers, who knows? Let me know in the comments down below if this is something you want to see. But as always, guys, check out my Twitter so you can stay up to date with my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, guys, keep watching movies.